Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Nique Chats, my magic and mostly mentalism review show. My name is Nique and on today's episode we'll be taking a look at Travel ESP as well as Depiction, two items from Paul Carnazzo. Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Nique Chats. Again, as always, I'd like to take just a minute or so to thank all my subscribers thus far. Thank you guys so much for your support. As always, I want to let you guys know that your support means a lot to me and it really motivates me to continue to produce these review videos for you guys. If you're new to the channel, if you're not yet a subscriber, I urge you, please take a look around my channel. I have a look at the other review videos that I've done. And if you like the content that you see, if you like the kind of videos that I do, and if you've gotten value out of the videos as well, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button right now and also the bell notification button as well so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new review video on YouTube. Also, for those of you who have taken part in the Scott Creasy special, his secrets giveaway, that'll be happening in just a day or so on the 19th of June. So do stay tuned for that. Remember to head back to that video on the 19th and look at the pinned comment at the top to find out if you are the lucky guy who has won a copy of Secrets for yourself. And if you have not yet taken part, you still have some time to take part. Okay, you have all the way until the 19th. So do head on down to the Scott Creasy Secrets video in my channel to find out how you can take part in that special giveaway. But for now, let's get straight into the review, okay? We're going to talk about Travel ESP first. Some of you have dropped me messages ever since my video on the Shadow wallet came out some time ago, asking me to do a quick review on this Travel ESP set. Because I mentioned that I actually keep a set of these Travel ESP cards inside the Shadow wallet. Now this is actually the second set that I've bought. The first set I bought I think sometime in like 2013, 2014 when it first came out. And I've always managed to use it, you know, for those impromptu situations, for those casual performances. And obviously ever since then it's shown some signs of wear and tear, and I figured, you know what, it's been many years, it's time to get myself a replacement set. So this is the package, alright, that you will get with Travel ESP. Let's have a look at what you get inside this package. So the package comes in a sleeve like this, alright. Along the sleeve you will get the link to the instructional PDF. It will take you through how to, read the ESP cards, and it also walks you through a routine, an ESP matchup routine by Paul Carnazzo as well as Ran Pink. Inside the envelope, you will get this set of 10 Zener cards, or Zener cards, alright? 10 of them, okay, so obviously 2 circles, 2 crosses, 2 wavy lines, 2 squares, and 2 stars. I mentioned earlier that these are readers, okay, so obviously they can be read. The PDF will take you through exactly how to do that. I like this system a lot. It's the kind of system whereby I don't have to really look for it. If I just let my eyes kind of relax across the back design, it kind of just pops out at me. Also, I've gotten used to the system over the years of using it. So along with the set of 10 cards, you will also receive 2 special ones, alright? You will receive one, a DB, okay, a DB card, a Darren Brown, a David Blaine, a David Burglas, a DB card, alright? And you will also receive a DF, okay, one DF card, David. I can't think of any magicians whose initials are DF, so if you know anyone, just type it in the comment section down below. Those 2 gaffs are for you to use should you choose to use them somehow in your routines. Now let's talk a little bit about the material that these cards are made of. Now these are obviously, they're not cardstock, they are like a plasticky kind of a material. Okay, a plasticky kind of a material. And a set of 10 cards, when you put them together, measures the thickness, alright? It just measures about 2 millimeters. Okay, 2 millimeters thick, which is why it was very easy for me to carry them around in my regular wallet on a daily basis. Now, if you've watched my previous review on the Mark Oberon product E-Wave, I mentioned there that I really enjoy ESP card routines, especially of the matchup variety, which is basically the only kind of routine that I perform with ESP cards. As I mentioned before, some performers don't feel that ESP cards are effective, they don't have any inherent meaning and can come across quite boring, but I personally have found They work for me, all right? People seem to be interested in them. I've even got a version which I perform in my stage show as well. And in my stage show, I made up some ESP cards of my own to use. I haven't found a jumbo set that I liked yet. So again, if you do know of a jumbo ESP set that works well on stage, please key it in the comment section down below and let me know as well. But these cards, I mean, I bought my original set back in like 2013 or 2014, all right? And I've only just had to replace them because they've started showing some signs of wear and tear. So they will last for a good number of years, even with daily use in your wallet and carrying around and using them here and there. Now, obviously, over the years, I've used many ESP decks. This is my first ESP deck that I used. I believe this one is from Royal Magic, all right? It's already yellow and dirty around the edges from years of use and storage. Then there's the set from Michael Murray, the Beyond ESP set. This one is really, to me, it's like the most inconspicuous ESP cards around to me, all right? I found them a little bit difficult to use, all right? But if you can really get used to the way it's used, all right, the method, I think it's probably the most innocent looking cards that you can have. Then there was also this set called ESP Origins, all right. This one was pretty easy to use, but I mean, to be honest, I never really used them much. But I would say that they are easier to use than the Beyond ESP set. Okay, this is a deck I got from Tenyo, all right. Tenyo of Japan. They put out an ESP deck as well. This one is really interesting because they work better from afar, from a distance, all right? So in fact, the closer you get, the harder it is to use, which is why I found it really interesting, which is why I got it. I mean, I didn't really intend to use it because for stage work, I would prefer, you know, larger cards with larger symbols at least. And there was also this set that I picked up from Charlie Fry. I think he put it out together with Phoenix. Okay, this is Charlie Fry's Espionage, I believe that was called. They're nice to handle, except that they're slightly, to me at least, they're slightly small for stage work, but they're too big for close-up. So it's kind of like a middle ground where I'm not very, sure how to use them, but they are a nice set, no doubt. All in, I really like the Travel ESP set. Some people may feel that, it's only 10 cards and they wished that it came with, as you know, like a full deck of ESP cards, right? 25. However, I mean, to me, it doesn't really matter because most of the routines I perform only use a set of 10 anyway. Even with the previous sets that I got, where it's a whole deck, even if I were to use those, I only ever take out 10 cards, right? 5 for me and 5 for the spectator to do a matching effect. So the fact that this comes with just 10 doesn't really matter because that's really all I need. Okay, so let's move on to the next item. This is called Depiction, also by Paul Carnazzo. So let me show you what you get inside this little packet. So inside this sleeve, obviously you will get the card itself. Okay, so you will get the card itself, and you will also have instructions on how to download the PDF, okay, to teach you how to use the card. Alright, so I'll just show you what the card looks like. Okay, it's a double-sided card. Okay, so this is the first side and this is the second side. Alright, now what is the effect of Depiction? So Depiction is one of Paul Carnazzo's pocket mentalism effects, just uses this card alone. So the effect is you hand this card to the spectator and they can look it over on both sides, okay, look it over on both sides, and then they will just choose, mentally, just choose any one of these designs, okay? So they think of any one of these shapes or symbols. And then following that, you retrieve the card and you take them through a short visualization process, okay? It's a very quick process. I cannot perform that process for you here because the process is actually part of the method, okay? But if you're familiar with Paul Carnazzo's work, you will roughly have an idea of the kind of methodology involved. Okay, so after that short visualization process, you will then be able to nail the exact symbol that they are thinking of. And obviously, once you know the chosen symbol, you can reveal it in any way you like. You can do a drawing duplication, you can do a verbal reveal, anything that fits your style, basically. So personally, I've got no experience using Depiction. Okay, it's new to me. It just arrived like not too long ago. But I do have experience with another one of Paul's creations called Lexicology. Right, Lexicology is another effect of his using words, and I reviewed Lexicology not too long ago in a previous episode as well. So if you're interested in Lexicology, do check out that review video. Now, what I like about these cards is that if I were to use the cards in a cocktail performing kind of situation, you know, mingling, walk around kind of a situation, and if I perform these card effects right near the start of a set, the spectator will just think of a design. I get the design, immediately the card goes away. Now I can pause for a bit and talk for a little bit before the reveal. And after a while, in my experience, a crowd will start to build up, right? A crowd will start to build up. And then by that time, it's kind of too late, right? Because the card is already out of play. Those who, you know, join the group a little bit late, all they will see is me like kind of reading this person's mind with nothing involved, right? And especially with lexicology, right at the start, you know, I will just pull the card out. I involve 4 people. I tell each of them to think of a word really quickly, and then the card goes away. And by that time, just before I do a couple of reveals, you know, you just take a step back and a crowd will slowly start to build up, right? So those who came late to the group will only see me just reading the minds of 4 people with nothing involved, right? No, there's no pen or paper or anything like that. In fact, once the card goes out of play and I see that some people have just joined the group, I can then safely say things like, so you are thinking of a word, you are thinking of a word, all 4 of you are thinking of words, but the words are not written down. You're just thinking of the words right now, yes? Yes, and then we go into the reveal. So it appears more impressive to those people who have just joined the group. So similarly with Depiction, if I'm using it near the start of a group, I can just take this out and get somebody to think of a design, okay? And once I use the method to pinpoint which design they are thinking of, the card can go out of play. And then, you know, same thing, just take a step back and I slowly let some more people join the group and the group gets a little bit bigger, and then I can do a drawing duplication, a really clean drawing duplication of a picture, of an image that this spectator is apparently just thinking of. That being said, because lexicology and depiction are designed very similarly, you could use them together, right? So you could use lexicology to get 4 people to think of, you know, 4 different words. You could use this to just get somebody to think of a picture. Both the cards go away and you immediately can go into a multiple word revelation and close with a drawing duplication as well, all with apparently nothing written down for those who came late to the party. Alright, also something else to mention is that as much as this effect looks as though it involves a lot of memory work, no memory work is involved, alright? The card literally does everything for you. The card reminds you of everything, okay? Reminds you about everything that you should remember. So all you need to do during performance is to actually just look at the card itself, and that would already give you all the information you need to perform the routine with no memory work whatsoever. That being said, the only bit of memory work that you need to have in place is the sequence. Okay, you need to remember the sequence. So while it's not a memory, you don't need to put in any memory work in terms of remembering any of the items. You do need to remember the steps involved to use the card. So if you have not used this for a while, I can imagine that, you know, just before using it, you do need to take it out and kind of run through it a little bit just to, you know, remind yourself about how to use the card. And once you've got that down, you are good to go, because the rest of the routine literally works by itself. Alright, so that's all I have to say about Travel ESP as well as Depiction. If you're interested to find out more about Paul Carnazzo's material and his many ingenious routines on pocket mentalism, I'm going to leave his link in the description box down below and as well on the screen over here as well. He's at mentalvoyage.com. So do head on down to his site and have a look around, because he's got really interesting material. Alright, so that's all I have for you today on this episode of Nick Tan Chats. Hope you guys enjoyed watching it. As always, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you again on another episode of Nick Tan Chats.